Turning water into wine, John 2:1-11. It happened in a place full of laughter, a wedding in Cana of Galilee, music in the air, friends and family gathered, a celebration of love, new beginnings and hope. Jesus was there with his disciples, and his mother Mary stood among the guests. Everything seemed perfect until it wasn't. Quietly, without announcement, the wine began to run out. In that time, this wasn't just a mistake. It was humiliation. A public failure that would stain the family's joy. Smiles could fade. Celebration could collapse into shame. Mary noticed. She didn't cause panic. She didn't speak to the crowd. She went straight to Jesus and said only this: "They have no wine, no pressure, no demand, just faith." Jesus looked at her and replied, "Woman, why do you involve me? My hour has not yet come." Yet Mary didn't argue. She turned to the servants and spoke words that still echo through history. "Do whatever he tells you." Nearby stood 6 large stone jars, each used for ceremonial washing. Heavy, ordinary, empty. They were meant for rituals, not miracles. Jesus spoke again. "Fill the jars with water." The servants obeyed. They filled them completely to the very top. No shortcuts, no hesitation. Then Jesus said something unexpected. "Now draw some out and take it to the master of the banquet." At that moment, it still looked like water. No lightning, no announcement, just obedience before evidence. The master of the banquet tasted it, and everything changed. What touched his lips was not water, but wine. And not just wine, the finest wine. Rich, deep, better than anything served earlier. He called the bridegroom and said, "Everyone brings out the best wine first, and then the cheaper wine after the guests have had too much. But you have saved the best till now." The celebration continued. Joy overflowed. Shame disappeared. Most of the guests never knew a miracle had taken place. But the servants knew, Mary knew, and the disciples knew. This was the first sign Jesus performed. Not in a temple, not before kings, but in an ordinary moment of human need. Water became wine. And in that quiet act, Jesus revealed who he was. He showed that he doesn't just meet needs, he transforms them. He takes what is empty and fills it. What is ordinary, he makes extraordinary. This miracle was a message that Jesus cares about joy, that obedience unlocks power, that God's best often comes after we think it's too late. The jars were filled with water, but they poured out something new. And so it is with him. When Jesus steps into a situation, lack turns into abundance. Embarrassment turns into honor, and the ordinary becomes a sign of divine glory. At a wedding in Cana, the first miracle whispered a truth the world would soon hear loudly. When Jesus is present, nothing stays the same.